G'day, it's Mark and welcome back to the channel. And in this episode, just a visit to Harvey's wrecking yard. Just thought we'd have a bit of a look around, see what we can see. Focusing on the Fords today, so let's get stuck into it. So I haven't been to the wreckers for a while, so we're back at Harvey's and saw Graham, a subscriber, on my way in. G'day Graham, thanks for saying hello. But I was saying in my last wrecking yard video, and check that one out if you haven't watched it, about the AU Falcons dwindling. But now when you come here, a lot of territories, these are the last series territories, this is the earlier ones, few FGs, FG Falcons, no FGXs, but again, not that many FGs, there's about 3 or 4 here. Again, that's reflecting the much lower sales volume that Falcon was experiencing towards the end of its life. But so now you're seeing all these territories. Used to be the odd one of those. Now there's quite a few. BA and BF Falcons, they've become probably the most common car here now. You know, cab chassis, wagons, sedans. There's another, is it SX? I think it is. Territory. I'm not a territory expert by any means. There's a late series BF, the different headlights. I remember when they did the mock-up for this in the styling studio, I saw those headlights and I just thought, why release that upgrade so late in the life of the car? And then also the headlights were similar to what they released in the FG, so I thought it took away from the FG, so I thought that was a bit of a mistake doing that. The BF was probably getting a bit long in the tooth, although it's still a good-looking car. So you can see, as I said, BAs, BFs, and like I've said before, if you want your parts, headlights, bumpers, doors, whatever, make sure you're getting them now. You know, if you've got these cars and you want to hang on to them, make sure you're getting the parts, putting them aside, and if you find a nice door or a bonnet or a tailgate or a boot lid, get them while you can, because they're relatively cheap parts still, and you can put them away, because as I tell you what, before you know it, there won't be any around. Here's an AU Ute. See, again, where we are here, we would have been well and truly knee-deep in AUs. Now, there's not that many AUs left. Probably, what, 20 cars, maybe? So there's the Ute with the grille that was used on the Falcon AU Classic. You can check out my AU episode if you want to know more about that. Another late series BF, the wagon, that continued on into Series 3, or Mark 3. AUs here. There's a Futura, that grille. Again, if that's, I can see it's got a crack in it, but if it wasn't cracked, it would have been a good spare. Headlights as well, grills, you know, pick that stuff up while you can. Here's all the AUs. And even these days on the road, you don't see that many AUs on the road like you used to. They used to be everywhere. And now, you don't see as many. Sparkling burgundy, it's one of the best colours you can get. Got a lovely V8 wagon, Fairmont wagon in that colour. Haven't really done an episode on that. I probably should do one on the channel. But I haven't released a video on that yet. I think I've just mentioned it a couple of times. Utes. AUs. Yeah, so the AUs are sort of, well, there's a few here, but there's much further down the yard now. These are becoming old cars. I guess they're 20, 25, 26 years old in terms of when they were released. Looks like an EF or an EL. EL, I think it is. There's an AU there. EF. I never really liked this colour much. EF. Now, one thing you should get, if you've got an EL or an EF, you can see that's probably why they're missing. The covers on these lights, the plastic covers, come off. They fall off. I'll show you what I'm talking about. The glue comes off here. They just fall off. So if you see or find in the wrecking yard any of these with the lenses, definitely buy some. But also what I'd recommend, if you have an EL or an EF, check how secure your lenses are. You might find that they just come off very easily, and you might want to re-glue them on so you don't lose them in the first place. I would recommend them. You can see that's why a lot of these are missing the lenses, because people have obviously had that same problem. So the Fairlane. I will be doing an episode on these Fairlanes soon. Just completed the episode on the is it the DC? I should say the NC Fairlane, and that one was sort of one that followed it. Some Utes. Had quite a few Utes here the other day. Looks like they've been pretty well stripped. Another EL. The EL and EF seem to be quite good quality. They seem to, all the doors close nicely. They're quite a well-made and durable car. It's a donkey if you can hear that in the background. Another Ute. Even some of these protector mouldings here. You know, if you've got one of these Utes, grab some of that stuff. Headlights. Just good to have some spares, you know, and they're relatively cheap. XFs used to be everywhere. Now look at this. There's, I think, one XF sedan, or it's actually a wagon, in the whole wrecking yard. Same with the E-Series, EAs, EBs. They're everywhere. And now, hardly any left. You know, these are the E-Series cars. Got my EB V8 gear, which I haven't really done anything with for quite a while. Some front indicator lenses there, some headlights. The aftermarket headlight or indicators are nowhere near as good. They're sort of the wrong colour, orange. It's an EF Ute. Look at this poor XE Ute. Very rusty. There's I think it's an EB Falcon there. And what's left of one that was used as a courier. It's 100% long gone. Look at this. This thing's rusted to billio. Not a lot of good bits left on that. I think I've even taken some parts off this myself. But again, tail lights, you know, that's a good example. Definitely well worth grabbing. Some nice tail lights. That one looks almost like brand new. I might get that myself, actually. No, I'll leave it for someone else. Interestingly, there's this little rectangular piece in the tail light is different to these. Oh no, it's still there, but just not as clear in the tail light. You can see that all the lights have been taken off the other Utes. So again, there's a couple of nice tail lights. Even these little tonneau tie downs, you know, get your odd one of those. They're just good to have as some spares. Tow bars, worth getting as well. Yeah, very nice. That looks almost like a new tail light there. Looks newer than the one that's fitted on the other side, but two very good tail lights. So, and a third one on that Ute there, so worth getting. This is a Ford Corsair, has zero collector interest. Basically a Pintara, Nissan Pintara badge engineered with a Ford badge on it. Some lasers, Ford Festiva. Little Ford laser. Oh, it's kind of cute. Nice little Ford laser. These little bubble backs. Ford KA. I didn't mind the look of those. I thought they were pretty good looking. The engine was very old school. I think it was out of an old Anglia, like the Harry Potter Anglia, with a fuel injection system put on it. Looks like a TX5 Telstar, which is really a Mazda 626. Some more lasers. Another laser here, little bubble back. Yeah, they're a good looking little car, I think. Festiva as opposed to a Fiesta. We didn't get Fiestas, but or maybe we did later on, but not in this early series. We've got these Ford Festivas. Here's a cool laser. Look at that. KB. That's really cool. Nice bonnet, front clip. Front guard's damaged. Engine's open to the weather, but looks kind of cool in terms of condition. Doors are good, no rust. Let's have a look inside. Look at the interior. Interior, it's about a 8 out of 10. No rips. Very nice condition. Good dash. No cracks. It's got 164,000 original kilometres on it, so it's nothing for one of these. It's an automatic. Yeah, so be a lot of good parts in this car. It's been rust-proof. There you go. Ming. Door trims, doors. Yeah, gee, it's got a lot of good parts. Back seat cloth is a little bit wrinkled up, but headlining's good. Carpet's good. Nice tail lights if you need some tail lights, or even a rear hatch. There's a bit of rust in the hatch at the bottom, but the tail lights are very good. Laser badges there on the back. It's got a dent in the rear left door. The doors were very good. You could fix that up fairly easily. Badges. Yeah, it's cool. A lot of good parts on this car. There's some great parts there if you're a laser fancier. More lasers. These ones I don't think have much of a following. Here's a Ford probe. It's been well and truly stripped, which indicates that people want the parts. Wow. I think these are made in Flat Rock, Michigan. It's like an MX-5. Not an MX-5. What do you call it? Is it an MX-6? Shared platform, Flat Rock, Michigan with Mazda. There's the Ford Meteor. I know my friend David's got a few parts off that. Again, some good doors, and doesn't appear to be rusty. Interior is good. It's got nice seats with the stripes in them. That's kind of cool. Nicely equipped. Tail light's broken, but the outer indicator and the reversing light's all right. This one's missing. It's even got the Ford Select Air conditioning sticker on the back. Yeah, some good parts on that. More lasers, later lasers, which I don't think anyone really is that interested in. Focus. Not really that collectible at all. Here's the Capris. I did an episode on these when they first came in, and I got a few parts. They've been well and truly stripped, which is good. You know, that's what you want. You want the parts to be used to keep other cars on the road. I think this is Polynesian green. It's got good colour. Very 90s. Well and truly stripped. These are all Mondeos. Nothing particularly interesting. Wagon. Quite new cars to be in the wrecking yard. Look at that. Cool orange Focus. What are the XR models or something? ST or whatever. I'm not up on those, but yeah, this is all Focuses and Fiestas. Is it Foci or Focus? Here's a nice colour one up here. That's a great colour. Anyway, that about wraps up the Fords for this visit. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode on the Harvey's Wrecking Yard. Just had a quick look around. Please give the episode a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button as well and the hype button. And you can also hit the super thanks if you want to make a contribution to the channel. But hope you enjoyed it. And it's just good, I think, to have a look around and see what there is to see in the wrecking yards, because it does change over time. Cars that used to be very common basically disappear. So anyway, we'll see you next time. Bye.